This lesson on abbreviation and numbers comes from the 8th grade Houghton Mifflin English book. Periods do not usually appear after abbreviations for organizations and all letters that are capitalized. That are capitals. North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. State abbreviations are 2 capital letters with no periods. Mississippi would be capital M, capital S. Do not capitalize or use periods after abbreviations for units of measure. The exception to this rule are those abbreviations that make words. So for example, gram is just G. Inch becomes IN period because in is a word. Gallon becomes GAL period because gal is a word. When writing a sentence, always spell out numbers under 100. Always spell out a number that begins a sentence. And spell out expressions of time when you use the word o'clock. Use numerals to refer to large sections of writing or lines within the sections. For example, chapter 6. All right, we're going to do some examples. You're going to need the book to see what the words are. I'll talk about them, but just so you have an idea. The first one says high school 89. So high school is capital H period, capital S period. Number 2 is Thursday, capital THURS period. Number 3 is April, capital APR period. Number 4, Mr. Logan, Mr. capital MR period. Number 5, route 189, route is capital RTE period. Number 6, data incorporated, incorporated is capital INC period. Number 7, February 14th, February is capital FEB period. Number 8, John Ray Jenks Sr., senior is capital SR period. Number 9, 8 feet, feet is just FT, no period because it's a unit of measure and FT is not a word. Number 10, Grand Boulevard, boulevard is capital BLVD period. Number 11, Arlington, Texas, Texas is capital T, capital X, no periods. Number 12, 9 inches, inches is IN period, even though in inches is a unit of measure, IN is a word, so it needs the period after it. 13, Dr. Peter J. Shea, doctor, capital DR period. Number 14, Mount McKinley, Mount, capital MT period. Okay, let's look at the next page with numbers. Aren't there more than 45 people in a tour group? 45 needs to be written out because it is under 100. So bear with me, I'm writing with a mouse. 45. Okay, everyone must catch the bus at 3 o'clock exactly because 3 is followed by o'clock. We have to write out the number 3. We leave in 25 minutes according to page 2 of the schedule. 25 is under 100, so we have to write it out. And then page 2 needs to be a number 2 because of the word page. 7 minutes later, 12 additional people arrived. 7 needs to be written out because it starts the sentence and because it's under 100. 12, because it's under 100, has to be written out. All 61 were there by 3:23 p.m., 2 minutes before the bus left. 61 is written out because it's under 100. And 2 is written out also because it is under 100. The bus arrived at the park at 5 p.m. and we joined 120 other people for the tour. Because it's followed by PM, 5 can be the numeral, and 120 is over 100, so we can actually write the numeral 120. About 400 people had taken the tour over the past 3 weeks. 400 is an even number of 100, so anytime it's 100, we write it out, 400. And 3 is under 100, so we write out 3.